All right, folks, give me a one a yes if you can hear me loud and clear, and if you can see the AI podcast dashboard. All right, brilliant. Lots of one suggestions coming in. Let's dive into it. Before I get started, want to apologize just in advance if you hear some noises of toys in the background. Those are my cats just jumping around. I really couldn't get them off the study. But anyways, let's get started. So what AI podcast does, it lets you create podcasts, right? And everything is done by AI. And in this demo, I'm going to show you how quick and fast it is, right? So when you log in, there are options to create a podcast, an audio podcast, which is just going to be a conversation, but in MP3. A video podcast, which is going to be a conversation, but video characters, AI avatars in it. And then you can clone your voice, or you can look from different AI voices that we have. You can add your 11 Labs account if you want to use your existing voices. We have Podcast Planner, which lets you publish your podcast or schedule your podcast video or audio to publish on Facebook or YouTube. So you can create schedules here. So these are two simple things. So the first step that you want to do is go into AI characters, and we've added a couple of pre-made characters. We're going to add a bunch more as well for you to pick from. So these are all ready-made characters. But what AI Podcast allows you to do, it lets you convert yourself into an AI character, so you can use yourself in the podcast. So let me show you how that works. So if you want to clone yourself, you click on this and you click on upload character, and you give your character a name. Let's say I want to look a little bit younger. You select your voice. Let's say I want to select this voice. Again, you can filter from all these voices. You can preview all these voices. Click confirm. Character is made, and then just upload like a picture of you. I'm gonna upload this one real quick. And what this is gonna do is just gonna take your picture and take all these inputs and create like an AI character based on the image that you've uploaded. So let me click on create. So here's the first character I created. Now, if you don't like it, you can again regenerate, or you can upload a different picture as well if it's not generating the character based on your liking. But again, you can customize and create all these kinds of different characters. Especially the point is you are able to clone your self and your voice. So you create a character like this, right? So if I like this one, I like this, I'll keep it. All you have to do is close this. It's auto saved here. Now it says processing. So what it's doing is it's creating a couple of videos in the background to train the AI to use this character for podcasts. Now if you want to clone your voice, you go here, and in the voice cloning, you create a new voice. You give it a name, upload a sample of your voice, and that's it. Or you can record as well, and it will clone your voice as well. So this is the first step. That's what we've done. If you don't want to use the ready-made characters that we have in your podcast, you've cloned your character, you cloned yourself. Now let's go ahead and create a podcast. So if I click on create podcast over here, I will click this. There are options to create an audio podcast or video. So audio is, like I said, just audio, and video is a podcast in video format that you can upload on TikTok, Instagram, all those places. Let's click on select here. Let's create a podcast about Tesla Cybertruck, and I want to target this podcast for the US audience, and I want the language to be English. Now we support all the languages, pretty much everything out there. We support is French, German, South African, pretty much all African, also all South American, all Asian languages, all European languages, everything is covered. Now, number of people. So you can have just you on the podcast. You can have two people, you and another guest. You can have three people, you and two more guests, or you could have four people, you and three more guests. So let's do two people, like a standard one. You can create a square video. You can create like a TikTok, Instagram video, or you can create like a standard YouTube video. So let's do that. And then duration could be very short episode, 2 to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, or 10 minutes more longer than that. Now, usually podcasts, the best performing podcasts are between 5 to 10 minutes, not more than that. But for this demonstration, let's do a short, very short podcast. Now, in the video style, you will see options solo and panel. Solo essentially means when the video is generated, when somebody's speaking in the video, the entire screen will be taken over by them, and then when the other person speaks, their they will take over the entire screen. If we do panel, it means they would be side by side. I'll show you how that looks. So we do that. Let's click on next. Now here we can either describe what kind of podcast we want, or if we have like a blog post or a website that we want to convert into a blog post, we could put that here. If you have some documents that you want to upload to grab the idea from, you can do that. But let's say I want to create a podcast about Cybertruck's use case in Mars trip, right? Random topic. Click on next. Now what this is going to do, you're giving it the most basic idea. Now what this is going to do is going to describe this idea in detail. You can read through it, modify it, and this is what will be used to create a script for your podcast episode, right? So again, you control all of this. You can modify whatever you want, add to it, remove to it, edit it, whatever you want, and then this will be used to create your script. So right here you can pick from all the characters that have been generated. These are the ones that are included in your account, and then these are the ones that you have created yourself. So you can use either of these two characters. So if I want to use this one, I can preview all of this. I can preview how the voice is, and I can preview how they both sound. So let's select this one as the first character, and then since we're creating a podcast with two people, let's pick this one, right? Again, you can preview all of it, and you can change the name as well. So we're gonna click on next. Now again, if I want, I can change the name over here. I can choose, like, if I want me to be here, I can move myself here, I can move her there. If there are three people, I can sort of arrange how I want the screen to be. Then click on next. Now what's happening is it's generating the podcast script for you to read through, modify, add to it if you want to do that. And so right over here, you can see this is the script. This is the first character, the second character, first character, second character. This is what they're gonna speak. And again, you can add more, remove more, modify it any way you like it. And again, you can click on edit. So if you want to change the voice of the character, you can change that from all these different voices over here. Again, you can add your custom voice to the character that you have created. And next you click on generate podcast, and we'll start generating the podcast for you to start edit. Now this might take like about a minute or two for you to start editing the video. Now since the video is ready, before I get into the editor, give me a Y in the chat if you're following this so far and if you think this is cool. All right, great. Lots of Y's coming in. Brilliant. Awesome. Let's get in. So I'm going to click on these three dots and go into edit. Now in the edit, you can see I've got my script. I've got both the characters as I've selected, and my timeline is ready. I can see everything is rendered, put there. Now on the left hand side, you will see all the editing options here, right? So what you can do is you can change the background. You can replace, for example, if you select this slide where I'm speaking with this character speaking, instead of this, you can just put like an entire different video or image if you want to do that. So you could do that. You can generate an AI image. If you want to add an object, you can do that as well. So if I want to add like a picture of planet Mars, I could do that. I could click on it and it's gonna add this picture. I can move this around. If I don't like it, I could delete it. Again, I can generate using AI as well. I can add text, I can modify this to new episode, right? So I can leave this here, and it's just gonna be on this slide, and then again on the other one where the girl is speaking, it's gonna change, and I can add another text layer, and I can modify it as well. Now it already adds a background music, but you can choose a different background music or upload your own background music, whatever image or object you add. So let me show you again. Let me try and add Mars here again, and if I go into animation, I can select these kind of animation. I can make it fast or slow. I can add these animations on the layers as well. I can add an intro and outro video. So like, if you have like a short video clip as a B-roll, you could add that. You can choose from different caption styles. So you can pick this one, any of these caption styles, lots of, and we're going to add more as well. You can choose between the volume of the voiceover and the volume of the background music. You can add a call to action, which is like a text layer that you add in the corner. Could be a website or title of the episode, whatever you want. You can add your logo, you can add a watermark, you can decide how long the slide is going to be. So you can customize all of this. And what you can do is you can also preview each of these slides. So if I click on this one, I click play.
Hey everyone, welcome to Mass on Wheels.
Right?
Hey everyone.
And then
Hey
I can select this one.
And I'm Elsa, ready for a Martian road trip.
Right? And then once you've customized everything, you want to preview the video, click on preview. And
Hey
you can
everyone,
start playing it,
welcome
and
to
it will
Mass
give
on
you a
Wheels.
preview
I'm
of
Avi.
how the
And I'm
animation,
Ready for a
all the
Martian
things
road
that you've
trip?
added, put together, how they will look like.
Imagine cruising
And
through Mars. in
again,
Tesla
this is it. That's
Cybertruck.
literally it.
So
That's
let's
how long it takes for you to create your first podcast episode. Click on render and we'll start rendering the video. It takes about a minute or two to render it as well. And once the video is rendered, you can download it. For example, like clicking on these three dots, you can click on download it. You can download this video. You can edit it. You can clone it. You can create a copy of it and then, make another version of it. And of course, you can set it in the podcast planner to be published wherever you want, or you can download it and publish wherever you want. So again, super simple, super cool, super easy. That's how AI podcasts work. I'm gonna render and then play this episode at the end of the demo as well for you to see how the sample looks like. But again, there's so much that can be done, and it's incredible. So if you've been following so far, with podcasts, what you could do is you could sell this as a service. You could do it as a faceless AI channel. There's so many different use cases. You could sell this as a service, faceless YouTube channels. You can start your own podcast, generate leads. You can generate leads for different businesses. You can monetize them with ads, whatever you want to do.
Everyone, welcome to Mass on Wheels. I'm Avi.
And I'm Elsa.
There you go. That's
Ready
how the
for a
video
Martian
looks
road
like.
trip?
Totally.
And the lip syncs are brilliant. The character looks like they're all moving. There's there's interruptions, there's giggles, there's jokes, there's captions. Everything is there. And then again, you have full option. You have full option to customize the entire video as you want. Give me a Y in the chat if you think this is cool. If you think this is something you can use in your business and make money with this. Awesome. Lots of Y's and yeses coming in. Love it. You guys are an amazing, super active audience here. Over to you, Raheem.